I'm Erin. It's been ages since I've posted on this channel, unintentionally. I've been posting stuff on my blog and a few things on my gaming channel, but yeah, a lot's gone on and I just haven't really had the time, and there's been noise and all sorts around, like a lot going on around here. So yeah, it was unintentional to not post too many videos. I think my last two videos are actually shop my stash videos, which, yeah, again, unintentional, just been posting other things in other places. But in today's video I am creating or recreating my makeup, Bowie makeup look that I did a few years ago, as a collaboration on, or as part of a collaboration that I did on Instagram. I still have the original posts and pictures up on my blog, and I'll put links in the description box so that you can check them out. But ever since I did my Kiss ones, like posted my Kiss ones last year or the year before or whatever, I've been wanting to recreate this Bowie look that I did, to post like a tutorial kind of thing of how I did it. And yeah, I've been wanting to do that for ages, since last year I think, and I haven't got around to it. I'm only getting around to it now, but I mean, better late than never, right? So in today's video I'll be showing you a tutorial like thing of me recreating the look that I did. It's slightly different than what I did for my original photos and whatever. I had fake lashes on in that picture, but my glue has dried up, so I couldn't put any on today. Yeah, and a few things that I used in today's video I didn't use when I originally created that look. But yeah, so I just wanted to show you guys how I created this look. For the lightning bolt I have used some face paints, but you could also some water activated face paints. You could also use like coloured liners, or like the Filt'r Beauty cake liners like this one, or you could use like the P. Louise coloured eye bases. They might work as well. I then have just topped it with like some eyeshadow, and I used a liquid liner for the black. But yeah, everything that I used today, I'll put a list of it in the description box or blog post. And yeah, I hope that I've captured the entire tutorial, because I think a little bit at the end might have got cut out when I was doing my lipstick. But yeah, I'll put a thing in the video to say that happened, or otherwise everything will be listed below. So yeah, I hope you enjoy watching this tutorial, and let's get into it, shall we? So to start off with, I'm just using the Fenty Beauty Pro Filt'r Hydrating Foundation, and I'm just putting this all over my face as my base. I wanted something fairly opaque for this, so I just built it up, and I used a Real Techniques Miracle Sponge, or whatever it's called, to apply this all over. For this look I decided to wear my red wig. When I originally created this look, or recreated this look, I had red hair, so I didn't have to, but I kind of wanted to keep that vibe going, so I wore a wig for this video. Next, I used the Makeup Revolution Conceal and Divine Concealer. This is just my everyday concealer, so I just decided I needed a bit of extra coverage under the eyes, so I decided to add in a little bit of concealer. Usually I would do concealer first and then foundation over the top, but for this one I kind of didn't think I would need it, but I just still felt like I did. So now I'm just using the Fenty Beauty Matchstick in Amber, and I'm just using this to do a bit of cream contouring. I've just put it on the under the cheekbones and the nose, and a bit on the top of my forehead and my temples and whatever, just blending it out with a brush. So now I'm using the Essence All About Matte Fixing Compact Powder. This is just a translucent powder, and I'm just using this all over the face. I tend to like using a translucent powder when I've done a bit of cream contouring or blush or whatever. I tend to like to use this instead of using a sort of tinted powder. So that's what I'm just doing here. Next, I'm using the Colourpop No Filter Concealer in Fair 00. I'm just applying this to my eyes because I'll be putting some coloured eyeshadow on. I just want to have a light base, as light a base as possible. So I'm just applying it with the doe foot, and then I'll blend it out with a brush and my finger as well. Now I'm using the Juvia's Place Zulu palette, and I'm using the matte magenta shade. It's kind of like a pinky red kind of shade, and I'm going to apply that on my outer corner in the crease and under my eyes, and sort of all over really. And I'm just using a Real Techniques brush to do that. Now I'm just using a sort of flat brush to pop it under the eyes and really exaggerate that kind of wing shape that I've done on the outer corner. And I'm just blending it out with a bit of powder that's close to my skin tone, just to blend it out under the eyes and clean it up. Now I'm using the Urban Decay Moondust palette, and I'm using the shade Element. I apply this with the Toofaced Glitter Glue, which is one of my favourite glitter adhesives for the eyes. And so I'm just using a brush to kind of pop that all over the lid. And a little bit under the eyes as well. Now I'm using the Australis She's Precise Black Liquid Liner. This is just the current one that I have, and I quite enjoy it, and so I'm just creating a wing shape using my liquid liner. Now I'm using the KVD Beauty Alchemist palette, and I'm using the shade Pink Opal, and I'm just going to pop this on the inner corners. Now I'm just adding some mascara, and I'm using the Bareminerals Lashtopia mascara. I have been using this one for a few months, and I tend to just have one mascara open at a time, so this is currently what I'm using. Now I'm just using the Eco Minerals Coco Eye and Brow Colour powder, and I'm just using this as to fill in my brows. Or just one actually, because the other one I'll be applying some paint over, so I just did one. Now I'm using the Essence Kajal pencil in white, and I'm just using this to mark out the shape of the lightning bolt. This is good because you can kind of paint over it, and you can't really, I mean, obviously on my light skin you can hardly see it, but if you used a black pencil or whatever, I mean, I guess you could use a red, but I just find that this is easier to use for mapping out shapes, because you can just literally paint right over it, and you won't really see it. Now I'm using some water activated face and body paint, and I'm just using this on a liner brush to paint the sort of outlines, and then later on I'll use a bigger brush to kind of fill in the space. Now I'm just taking a bigger brush to kind of fill in the rest of the shape. And this is just like a flat eyeshadow brush that I'm using. But if you had a paintbrush or something that you had not used for painting, you could use something like that. This is just literally an old brush that I have that I use for this kind of stuff. So, and if you don't have water activated paint, you could use grease paint, or you could use eyeliner. If you had the eyeliner pencil that was red, you could use that. You could probably use a lipstick. You could literally use any sort of makeup product. Because you're not putting it on the eyes, a lipstick would probably be fine. Also, the Filt'r Beauty water activated like liners would be good, because they're very similar to this. Now I'm using a light blue paint, and I'm going to use this for the blue, kind of tiny blue section on the outer edge of the lightning bolt. Now I'm using some eyeshadow. I'm using the Glamlight paint palette, and I'm using the shade Red, and I'm literally just going to put this over the top of where I painted, just to kind of make the color a little bit more blended, and yeah, just I find that it also takes the shine away from it as well. You probably don't need to do this, but because it's water activated, but if you were using some sort of grease paint or whatever, setting it would definitely help. So So right now I'm using the metallic blue from the Zulu palette. I just thought that the metallic on the blue would look really nice and contrasting to the red. I thought it'd just make it pop a little bit more, so I decided to go in with a metallic blue eyeshadow. Now I'm just using my liquid liner again to create the black line. You could use a liquid liner or a eyeliner pencil, or if you had black face paint, you could totally use that as well. Whatever you kind of have at hand would be great. Next, I'm going in with a blush from NYX in the shade Taupe, and I'm just using this to kind of emphasize that contouring that I did earlier. So yes, I'm totally using a highlighter brush to do this. I just needed something small, and this is kind of what I had at hand at the time, so I just kind of used that to do the contouring. Next, I'm using the Alchemist palette again, and I'm going in with the same shade, the pink opal shade, and I'm going to use this to highlight my face. Now I'm just going in with a lip pencil from Chi Chi Cosmetics in the shade Fly Girl. I thought this would match close to what I used in my original look, and I just wanted a sort of nude lip to go with this look because it was so dramatic. So I hope you enjoyed this video of me recreating my recreation of David Bowie's Lightning Bolt makeup look. Like I said in the intro, all the links to my original blog post and my Kiss recreations will be in the description box below, or the blog post if you're watching this from my blog. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video like I said, and I'll see you next time. Bye.